Much. Our contestants come from La Porte and Kempner. This sound means you've answered correctly. This tone signals incorrect response. This sound ends each quarter of play. Good luck to La Porte and Kempner. Your first question of the warm-up round is worth 5 points. About which event was Sioux leader Enos Poorbear speaking when he said, "We Indians look on this as our finest hour"?
Kempner, David.
Custer's Last Stand.
Custer's Last Stand. The battle of the big horn, and Kempner strikes first. I have a math question worth 10. Give the two real number solutions to the following equation. 2x squared plus 5x minus 3 equals 0. Be sure and do all your computation before you ring in, and when you do so, be prepared to give an answer. 2x squared plus 5x minus 3 equals 0.
La Porte, Joel.
2x minus 1.
Question.
Kempner, Karthik.
Negative 3 1/2.
Negative 3 and 1/2 are the two solutions. Right. A 5-point question for you. The mammal, known by this name, looks very like a fish. To compound the confusion, a type of fish goes by the same name. What is this name for the Dorado fish and the bottle-nosed mammal?
La Porte, Mark.
The dolphin.
Dolphin is right, and La Porte is on the scoreboard. For 10 points, what part of the eye is operated on during a radial keratotomy?
La Porte, Nathan.
The retina?
It's not the retina, Nathan. Kempner, can you take it?
Kempner, Eamon.
The cornea?
Cornea is correct. That question good for 10 points. I have a visual question now worth 5, so we invite your attention to the screen here in the studio of Houston's 2. Who is often referred to as the father of the American Navy?
Kempner, David.
John Paul Jones.
That's the answer, John Paul Jones. For 10 points, what 3 numbers appear in a shuffleboard game reflecting the number of points gained? Anybody ever play shuffleboard?
La Porte, Andy.
12, 8, and 3.
No, that's not the answer. Kempner?
Kempner, Sandeep.
30, 15, and 5.
Well, the numbers are 7, 8, and 10. For 5 points, you learned it first right here on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. A multiple-choice question for you players. All of these are citrus fruits except clementine, kumquat, citron, mandarin, or papaya. Which of those is not?
Kempner, Karthik.
Papaya.
Papaya is not a citrus fruit. Right. A 10-point question. What are the 3 states which have only straight-line boundaries?
Kempner, Eamon.
Colorado, Wyoming, and Utah.
You got them all, Eamon. That's good for 10. Here's another 10-pointer. What do you call the musical technique of stating a theme and then subjecting it to a series of harmonic, rhythmic, and melodic alterations?
La Porte, Joel.
Variation.
That's the term, variation. Right. For 10 points, I have an audio question for you. You may have been lulled to sleep many times by the selection you are about to hear. Listen and identify the composition and the composer.
La Porte, Joel.
Brahms' Lullaby.
Those are the closing notes of Brahms' Lullaby. Right. For 10 points, MT is an abbreviation for both a biblical book and a U.S. state. Can you name them? MT.
La Porte, Nathan.
Montana and Matthew?
You got them both. 10 more points for the La Porte team. Now it's time for our celebrity questioner to appear. Look at your screen.
I'm Pastor James Dixon of the Northwest Community Baptist Church. Have an interesting question for you. In Numbers in the Old Testament, the Great Sea refers to what body of water?
Kempner, Karthik.
Mediterranean.
The Mediterranean Sea is correct. Add 10 points to the Kempner score. And try this 5-pointer. A new violent sort of auto theft in which the victims are in their cars.
Kempner, Karthik.
Carjacking.
Carjacking is becoming more and more rampant, claiming the lives of some who try to resist. I have a multiple choice question worth 10 points. In symbolic logic, which one of the following pairs of statements is logically equivalent? A, the contrapositive and inverse of a given implication. B, a given implication and its negation. Or C, the converse and inverse of a given implication.
Kempner, Eamon.
A.
It's not A. Report.
La Porte, Andy.
C, the converse and inverse is right. A 10-point visual question. Look at your screen. The intelligence of what ape is second only to that of man?
Kempner, Karthik.
Chimpanzee.
It's not a chimpanzee.
La Porte, Nathan.
Orangutan.
Not an orangutan either. That's a gibbon. Here's a 10-pointer. The next time you're heating those charcoal briquettes for the family cookout, ponder this question. The briquette was invented by two famous Americans, a well-known industrialist and a renowned inventor. Can you name them? Industrialist and inventor, the industrialist Henry Ford and the inventor Thomas Edison. And that's all we have time for in the warm-up round. We'll be back momentarily to meet the contestants and resume play in the bonus round. We're back for more of the Texaco Star Academic Challenge and our score. It's a good one, 45 for La Porte, 60 for Kempner. We will now meet the contestants on today's program. First of all, from La Porte High School, meet Nathan Doty, the captain. He's nationally ranked in chess and vice president of the National Honor Society. Next to him is Andy Tyson, a 3-year All-State Orchestra member and member of the Houston Youth Symphony. What instrument, Andy?
String bass.
The string bass, okay. Next to him is Joel Mann. Plays what in the All-State Band?
String bass.
Also a string bassist, okay. He's also in the Houston Youth Symphony and in Mu Alpha Theta, that math honorary. Next is Mark Maltzberger, who as well is in Mu Alpha Theta. He's the band president. What instrument?
Tuba.
The tuba, okay. So we only play low notes there on the La Porte team. He's also an Eagle Scout and a National Merit Commended student. The alternates include Melissa May and Jeff Hernandez. The coaches, Norman LaHaug and Steve Olson. That's the team from La Porte High School. Their opponents, Kempner High. This is an all-senior team captained by Eamon Baki, a National Merit semifinalist. He's an all-area trombone player and band president. David Scott is next. David is thespian secretary and a National Merit Commended student. Then Sandeep Kamath, National Merit Commended student and selected Welch Scholar. He's district president of the Future Business Leaders of America and a member of JETS, the Junior Engineering Technical Society. Finally, Karthik Katikaneni, member of JETS, UIL Science, and Math, and he hired those audience members to laugh at my pronunciation. Okay, alternates Samir Mehta and Matt Rowald. Their coaches Pat Criswell, Shelley Correll, and Roy Adamchek. That's the team from Kempner High School. Let me introduce the judges. They are Professor Tom Hudson, University of Houston's Department of Physics, and Mike Mastandria, the president of Score Unlimited. They will be making judgment calls throughout the course of this program, and as in any contest, they will be final. Our bonus round is upon us. Your first bonus subject will be about Soviet history. First, this 10-point toss-up called the Prussia of Italy. This state was the dominant Italian-speaking military power up to the 19th century and the power that unified Italy itself. Identify this kingdom, which shared the name of a Mediterranean island and was also known as Savoy.
La Porte, Nathan.
Cillian.
No. Kempner, can you take it? The answer is Sardinia. No score on that one. I have a 10-pointer. The U.S. Constitution set forth the number of representatives each state would have prior to the first census. Which state was given the greatest number? 10.
La Porte, Mark.
Pennsylvania.
No, that's a good try.
Kempner, Karthik.
Virginia.
Virginia is right, Carson. All right, then the gentlemen from Kempner will huddle together on Soviet history. This June, the U.S. Library of Congress opened an exhibit of some 300 secret documents, which were opened only this year, shortly after the collapse of the Soviet Union. Answer the following questions about these papers, which revealed much of the ugly side of Soviet history. For 5 points, in 1922, who wrote a letter to Joseph Stalin demanding several hundred such ladies and gentlemen must be deported without mercy? Let's purge Russia for a long while.
Trotsky?
No, that's a good try, but it was Lenin who in 1922 wrote those words to Stalin. No score quotation bonus awaits you as Kempner leads it by 25. Now a 10-point toss-up. Plastics are this type of substance composed of large molecules.
Kempner, Carthy.
Polymers.
Formed from smaller ones. The word is polymers. And Karthik comes through again. All right, Kempner, identify the author of each quotation from American history. For 5 points, the American continents are not to be considered for future colonization by any European powers.
Monroe.
James Monroe, right. For 10 points, no terms except an unconditional and immediate surrender can be accepted.
Truman. Lincoln.
It was U.S. Grant. Unconditional surrender. Geometry bonus is next. Here's a 10-point music question. What Bananarama hit of the 1980s was a remake of this shockin' blue record of the 1970s?
Eamon,
Cruel Summer.
No, you'll get to hear some more.
La Porte, Mark.
Taking care of business.
No, the answer, did anybody in the audience know? Venus. Ah, they all knew it. For 5 points, the toss-up teams, in a sense, it's our newest continental state, as the rest of the mainland was old hat by the time it rose a few feet out of the ocean just 20 million years ago. What is this long-stretching, low-lying state?
La Porte, Nathan.
Florida.
Florida is the answer. This time it'll be Nathan, Andy, Joel, and Mark. The brain trust from La Porte. The subject is geometry. We'll give you 5 seconds to work out the 5-pointer, 10 seconds for the 10-pointer, and so forth. For 5 points, what is a tangent? You have 5 seconds to talk it over and define it.
Opposite side of the triangle over the adjacent side of the triangle.
Well, we've got to give it to him, don't we? Yes, that's correct. You were speaking in terms of trigonometry. Our definition had to do with geometry, a straight line touching the arc of a circle. Okay, but you got the 5 points the hard way. For 10 points, how many edges does a tetrahedron have?
4.
No, it has 4 faces, but it has 6 edges. You picked up 5 there. Australia bonus is next. Here's a 10-point toss-up, both schools. Which term is used to designate the energy that travels as a wave in the form of visible and invisible light?
La Porte, Nathan.
Infrared.
No, that's not the term.
Kempner, Sandeep.
Quanta.
No, we needed the term radiant energy. For 5 points, in 1740, when the Habsburg Emperor Charles VI died, his daughter Maria Theresa succeeded him to the throne. What city was the capital of her empire?
Kempner, David.
Vienna.
Vienna is right. And Kempner will get the Australia bonus. For 5 points, the Australian state of Victoria has the same nickname as the U.S. state of New Jersey. Do you know what it is?
The Garden State.
The Garden State. For 10 points, what ethnic group in Australia is almost entirely excluded from the modern society?
Aborigines.
Is right, for 10. Now for 15 points. For years, immigration into Australia was forced or had to be subsidized, but in 1851, something changed that. The discovery of what?
Oil.
No, it is gold. And that's all we have time for in the bonus round. When we return, 60 seconds and these subjects: cattle, math, out of place, and plankton, necton, or benthos. We'll be right back. The halftime here at the Texaco Star Academic Challenge, and let's check that scoreboard. It's 55 for La Porte, 105 for Kempner. Questions used on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge are prepared, authenticated, and provided by Questions Unlimited of Columbus, Ohio. The players have been advised of the categories. Here are the rules. Once you make a selection, you have 60 seconds to answer as many 10-pointers as you can. Time has expired. The second team may pick up on any of the leftovers, and if you get them all right, we'll give you a 20-point bonus. La Porte, make it a good one.
Out of place.
Out of place is the subject. Start the clock. Here we go. Find the item that does not belong with the others. Dolomites, Ursulines, Cascades, Pyrenees.
Dolomites.
No. Knish, haggis, scone, shortbread.
Shortbread.
No. Dachau, Treblinka, Baden-Baden, Auschwitz.
Baden-Baden.
Right. Benjamin Banneker, Langston Hughes, James Baldwin, Richard Wright.
Langston.
No. Fiorella LaGuardia, Marion Barry, David Dinkins, Ed Koch.
Labelli.
No. Hittite, Cellulite, Luddite, Mennonite.
Cellulite.
Right. Synecdoche, Synapse, Metonymy, Simile.
Simile.
No. Scapula, Fibula, Ensalada, Ulna.
Enchilada.
Right. Mazurka, Lambada, Tarantella, Tangelo.
Lambada.
And we got through 9 questions. It was 30 points picked up by La Porte. Kempner, we have a possible 60 for you. Find the item that does not belong with the others. Dolomites, Ursulines, Cascades, Pyrenees.
Ursulines.
Ursulines is an order of nuns, not a mountain range. Right. Knish, haggis, scone, shortbread.
Haggis.
No, Knish is a Jewish, not a Scottish, ethnic dish. Benjamin Banneker, Langston Hughes, James Baldwin, Richard Wright.
Baldwin.
No, Benjamin Banneker was a black American scientist and surveyor, not a literary figure. How about Fiorella LaGuardia, Marion Barry, David Dinkins, Ed Koch?
LaGuardia.
Your answer?
Dinkins.
No, it was Marion Barry, who was mayor of Washington, not New York. Synecdoche, Synapse, Metonymy, Simile.
Synapse.
Right, that's a part of the nervous system, not a figure of speech. Mazurka, Lambada, Tarantella, Tangelo.
Okay, so Lambada.
Lambada.
No, it's a tangelo, which is a fruit, not a dance. So not a whole lot of success for either team on out of place. Kempner, it's your choice.
We'll take benthos, nectin, and plankton.
Plankton, nectin, and benthos, we call it. Start the clock. Here we go. In order, these are floating, swimming, and bottom-dwelling organisms. I'll name it, and you classify it according to marine biome. Jellyfish.
Plankton.
Right. Tuna.
Nectin.
Right. Diatoms.
Plankton.
Right. Seahorse.
Nectin.
Right. Kelp.
Plankton.
No. Crabs.
No.
Plankton.
No. How about the stingray?
Benthos.
No. Protozoans?
Plankton.
Plankton.
You're right. Sand dollar.
Plankton.
Benthos.
Right. And finally, copepods. 12 seconds on your last one.
Nectin.
No. Mike Mastandria, was it 60 points?
Yes, 60 points.
60 points for Kempner on plankton, nectin, or benthos. La Porte, we've got a possible 40 for you. In order, these are floating, swimming, and bottom-dwelling organisms. I'll name it, and you classify it according to marine biome. Kelp.
Benthos.
Right. Crabs.
Necton.
No, they are benthos. Stingray?
Benthos.
No, necton. And finally, copepods.
Benthos.
No, they are plankton. Little oceanography lesson for you today on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. We'll be back for fourth quarter action right after this break. The battle of two undefeated teams continues with our fourth quarter. At this point, our score is 95 La Porte, 185 Kempner. Contestants, it's time for Stump the Experts. We'll have a series of rapid-fire questions until time runs out. We begin with a 20-point art question, if you will look at your monitor, please. Working mainly with tempera and watercolor, this artist was well known for his many paintings of rural New England. Wind from the Sea is the title of this painting. Who is the artist? That's Andrew Wyeth. No score. I have a 15-pointer. The period in American history called the Great Awakening had to do with what?
Kempner David.
Religion.
Religious revivals is right for 15 points. Here's a 20-pointer. People have crowded into arenas to watch sporting events since the time of Homer. Name both the largest sporting arena of the ancient world and the largest today.
La Porte, Nathan.
Coliseum of the ancient and the Metrodome.
No, that's not the answer. The question goes to Kempner.
Kempner David.
The Colosseum of Rome and the Los Angeles Coliseum.
No, it's the Coliseum of Rome and the Louisiana Superdome. For 15 points, what city provides the setting for the novel The Maltese Falcon?
La Porte, Nathan.
Rome.
Incorrect. Kempner.
Kempner Sandeep.
Chicago.
Closer, it's San Francisco. For 20 points, between what anatomical parts was the German hero Siegfried vulnerable?
La Porte, Nathan.
Between the legs.
No. Kempner.
Kempner Karthik.
The eyes.
No, the answer is between the shoulders. No score. Move along to this 15-point music question. Name any 3 of the 4 instruments you'll hear in this quartet by Mozart.
La Porte, Joel.
Cello.
Kempner, listen to some more.
Kempner David.
The violin, the bass, and the cello.
No, it's the violin. There are 2 of them, the viola and the cello. For 15 points, what is considered to be the lightest and most volatile of liquid burner fuels? It is often used as a fuel in portable heaters.
Kempner Sandeep.
Propane.
Not propane.
La Porte, Nathan.
Methane.
No, it is kerosene. For 15 points, historically, this was the material most commonly used for tapestries. What was it?
La Porte, Joel. Silk.
It was not silk. Kempner?
Kempner Karthik.
Cotton.
No, it was wool. For 20 points, a market structure characterized by a single firm supplying all of the market's output is called a monopoly.
Kempner Karthik.
Oligarchy.
No? A market structure characterized by a small number of relatively large firms who supply most of the market's output is called what, La Porte? Not an oligarchy, but an oligopoly, Karthik. For 15 points, a literature question. 3 characters in Macbeth were kings of Scotland, both in the play and in history. Name any 2 of them.
Kempner David.
Macduff and Macbeth.
No, that's incorrect. La Porte?
La Porte, Andy.
Macduff and Duncan.
No, Macbeth and Duncan and Malcolm, but not Macduff. 15-point visual question. I want you to name the American artist whose many seascapes include this painting entitled The Herring Net.
2 minutes left.
A 2-minute warning has been given. Our players are taking a look at this painting. They will get 15 points.
La Porte, Nathan.
Rockwell.
Not Rockwell. Good try. Kempner?
Kempner, Eamon.
Wyeth.
No, that's Winslow Homer. 1 appearance per show for each artist, please. 15-point math question. If f of y equals the tangent of y plus the cotangent of y, find the value of the f of the quantity pi over 4.
La Porte, Andy.
1.
Incorrect. Kempner will give you about 10 seconds to figure it out.
Kempner Karthik.
2.
2 is right for 15 points. Here's a 20-point question. Which name derived from the month in which this revolt took place was given to participants in Russia's first
La Porte, Nathan.
The October Revolution.
No. First revolutionary movement which tried and failed to overthrow the government of Nicholas I.
Kempner, David.
The Decembrist Revolution.
Decembrist is right for 20 points. I have a 15-pointer for you. Explorer Martin Frobisher discovered Frobisher Bay during his search for what?
La Porte, Mark.
The Fountain of Youth.
Not the Fountain of Youth. That was
Kempner, Sandeep.
The Northwest Passage.
Northwest Passage. Another 15 for Kempner. I have a 15-point music question. Who gave up his plane seat to the Big Bopper on the night of the fatal crash? Listen.
But paradise became her prison. That Georgia banker was a jealous man. Every time he'd talk about her.
Too late. The answer is Waylon Jennings. The game is over. And the final score is 95 for La Porte, 250 for Kempner. The winners, Kempner High School. Now, next week on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge, our high school teams will be from Lamar and Texas City. I'm Chip Beal, your host. Thanks so much for joining us.
Saturday morning TV has grown up on Channel 2. Don't miss the fun beginning